Puppy Dog from Hell has a best lap time of 104.669. Puppy Dog from Hell has a best lap time of 104.669. Armin Sunoiler posted a 101.494 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? Sunoiler posted a 101. In these sessions, they're not just pushing the car's limits, but their own too. Testing their mettle, seeing how far they can go before the big dance.
Exactly. It's a mental game as much as a physical one. Balancing aggression with precision, daring with data. It's an art and a science.
In these sessions, they're not just pushing the car's limits. Now, here's a term some might not be familiar with: roll bar stiffness. Sounds technical, doesn't it?
It does, but in essence, it's about how the car reacts to lateral forces, especially during cornering. Adjusting the roll bar can change how the car behaves mid-corner. A softer setting can be more forgiving, but a stiffer one might give the driver a quicker response, albeit with less margin for error.
Chris Duke has a best lap time of 102.430.
It does, but in essence, it's about how the car reacts to lateral forces, especially during cornering. Adjusting the roll bar can change how the car behaves mid-corner. A softer setting can be more forgiving, but a stiffer one might give the driver a quicker response, albeit with less margin for error.
Duke has a best lap time. Hugh Jass is on their practice out lap. Armin Sunoiler posted 101.355 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? With just 333 minutes left before we move to qualification, there is not long left for these drivers to finish their preparations. Just 333 minutes left. Wayne Pearson is on their first practice flying lap. Long left for these drivers to finish their preparations. Is on their first practice flying lap. It's a lovely day for racing here at Tsukuba circuit as we watch these drivers warm up and get ready for the race. It's a lovely day for racing Wayne Pearson is in backstretch. Warm up and get ready for the race. Pearson is in backstretch. Malta Schaaf is on their practice outlap. Malta Schaaf is on their practice outlap. Mate, sometimes I reckon the pit wall looks like they're controlling a spaceship with all those dials and knobs.
You're not wrong. Each of those adjustments, from brake bias to differential settings, has a profound effect on car behavior. It's like tuning a guitar, but instead of strings, you're tweaking mechanical symphonies to get the car singing just right on the track.
Sometimes I reckon the pit wall looks like these practices, mate, they're like a kangaroo finding its best hop.
You're not wrong.
Once you've got it, you are Euro re-unstoppable.
Couldn't a Euro T have put it better? Finding the perfect launch is all about repetition and adjustments. Instead of strings, you're tweaking mechanical symphonies to get the car singing just right on the track.
Mate, they're like a kangaroo. Chris Duke has a best lap time of 102.430. Hugh Jass has a best lap time of 101.241. Armin Sunoiler posted 120.981 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? Posted 120. Maybe today Satan is getting to grips with the Mazda Eunos in this practice session. Maybe today Satan is getting to grips with the Mazda. With just 327 minutes left before we move to qualification, there is not long left for these drivers to finish their preparations. Just 327 minutes left. Superman posted a 1:00.611 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? Posted at 1:00.611 Malta Shaft has a best lap time of 1:03:40. Shaft has a best lap time of 1:00. Chris Ilduke posted 1:01.916 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? Posted 1:01.9. There are just over 325 minutes left in this practice session. There are just over 325 minutes. It's a bit like looking for order in the outback. These drivers are searching for that sweet rhythm, where everything just clicks.
Spot on. It's that elusive flow state. When everything syncs up, the car, the track, the driver, that's when magic happens.
Like looking for order in the outback. Puppy Dog from Hell has a best lap time of 1:01.800.
Spot on. It's that elusive flow state. When everything syncs up, the car, the track, the driver, that's when magic happens.
With just 324 minutes left before we move to qualification, there is not long left for these drivers to finish their preparations. Superman posted a 1:00.300 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? Richard Rossio is on their first practice flying lap. How will they do on this one? Richard Rossio is on their first practice flying lap. Superman posted 1:03.198 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? Richard Rossio is on their first practice flying lap. Superman posted 1:03.198 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? Superman posted 103.198 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? It's time to separate the contenders from the pretenders here at Tsukuba circuit, as the drivers rev up their engines and put their skills to the test in the qualifying session.
We're about to witness some serious heart as they battle it out for a chance at the front of the starting grid.
Superman is on their outlap. Wayne Pearson has completed their outlap. Impressive display by Wayne Pearson, currently sitting in position 8. They've set a competitive time, but the question remains whether they can push even harder to secure a better starting position. It's time to separate.
Great analysis, Rob. Wayne Pearson has shown excellent pace to secure 8th. Now, the focus shifts to whether they can use their track position to their advantage in the race. Some serious heart as they battle it out for a chance at the front of the
It's a masterclass from Malta Schaaf in this qualification session. They have stamped their authority on the track, setting the pace and currently leading the pack. It's an outstanding performance, and they are making their intentions clear for the race ahead.
You're absolutely right, Rob. Malta Schaaf has been absolutely exceptional in this qualifying session. Their performance is a testament to their skill and determination. Shown excellent pace to secure 8th. Now, the focus shifts to whether they can use their track position to their advantage in the race.
Malta Schaaf has completed their outlap. Qualification session. They have stamped their authority on the track. Wayne Pearson has positioned themselves well in 8th during qualifying. The challenge now is Wayne Pearson has completed their outlap.
You're absolutely right, Rob.
What a performance from Eddie G. Eddie G has completed their outlap. A strong showing from Malta Schaaf as they currently sit in 2nd. With the session drawing to a close, they'll need to dig deep and find that extra burst of speed to improve. Malta Schaaf has completed their first flying lap in 0:59.937. Impressive work from Wayne Pearson, who has claimed 5th on the grid. Now, the focus. Wayne Pearson has just completed that lap in 1:01.486. Their best lap so far is 1:01.486, putting them in P5. Will they be able to hold on to that spot? It's been a struggle for Jack M team in qualifying. As of now, they find themselves in 11th position. Jack M team has completed their outlap. It's been a challenging session for Richard Rossier. They're currently languishing in 12th position, which is not where they had envisioned themselves. But in motorsport, anything can happen, and with their skill and determination, they might still turn things around. Currently in 3rd, Hugh Jass has displayed promising speed during the qualifying session. The real test lies in whether they can convert this performance into a higher grid position. Hugh Jass will be happy having put themselves into 3rd in this qualifying session. There are just over 15 minutes left in this qualifying. Wayne Pearson will be happy having put themselves into 4th in this qualifying session. There are just over 15 minutes left in this qualification. Maybe today Satan has completed their outlap. There are just over 15 minutes. Jack M team has completed their outlap. There are just over 15 minutes left in this qualification session. A disappointing performance from Lars so far in this qualifying session. Finding themselves in 12th position is certainly not what they were aiming for. However, they have the talent and experience to bounce back and salvage a better result. It's an impressive showing by Puppy Dog from Hell, currently in 7th. They've showcased their talent, but will they be? Puppy Dog from Hell has some work to do, as that 1:01.291 is only good enough for 7th.
There's still more time to be had, but I don't know if they are going to find it before the session is over.
Incredible drive by Eddie G so far, earning him 5th on the grid. However, the competition is fierce. Will they be able to find that extra edge to move up? A solid qualifying performance by Armin Sunoiler, positioning them in 4th at the moment. The question now is whether they can make further progress and challenge the frontrunners. Richard Rossier has secured a respectable 7th in the qualifying session. Can they capitalize on this position and use it as a launching pad for a stronger race performance?
Absolutely, Rob. Richard Rossier has put in a remarkable effort to secure 7th. The competition is fierce, and they'll need to stay focused to defend their position.
Disappointing performance from Lars in this qualifying session. Currently in 12th position, they'll need to dig deep and find some extra speed to climb up the leaderboard and secure a better starting position for the race. Puppy Dog from Hell has some work to do, as that 1:00.963 is only good enough for 6th. Impressive display by Mr. Bang, currently Mr. Bang has some work to do, as that 1:01.860 is only good enough for 9th. And there goes Armin Sunoiler, currently in position 4. They've shown great skill and consistency so far. Armin Sunoiler will be happy having put themselves into 4th in this qualifying session.
It may be difficult for them to improve further on that. Sometimes trying too hard makes you slower. They need to drive smooth and smart.
A solid performance from Jack M Team as they currently hold. Jack M Team has just completed a lap in 1:01.507. Let's see if they can improve on the time further. What a fantastic showing from Malte Scharf in qualifying. They currently hold the top spot and are in prime position for a strong starting position. Their lap times have been exceptional, and they have showcased their talent and determination. Impressive work. Wayne Pearson will be happy having put themselves into 5th in this qualifying session.
Every fraction of a second counts. I'm sure they can find a little extra in there.
An outstanding display from Malte Scharf in this qualification session. They have been on fire, putting in blistering lap times and currently sitting at the top of the leaderboard. It's a statement performance, showcasing their speed and determination. Malte Scharf will be happy having put themselves into 1st in this qualifying session. A strong showing from Hugh Jass as they currently sit in 3rd. Hugh Jass will be happy having put themselves into 3rd in this qualifying session.
It may be difficult for them to improve further on that. Sometimes trying too hard makes you slower. They need to drive smooth and smart.
Richard Rossier has put in a great effort and currently holds 8th. With the session winding down, can they unleash their full potential and improve their starting position? Jack M Team has positioned themselves well in 9th during qualifying. The challenge now is to assess their competitors and strategize how to move up the order for a better race start.
I completely agree, Rob. Jack M Team has positioned themselves impressively in 9th. However, it's crucial for them to keep pushing to potentially improve their starting position.
Jack M Team has some work to do, as that 1:01.038 is only good enough for 9th. There are just over 10 minutes left in this qualification session. Lars has some work to do, as that 1:01.750 is only good enough for 10th. Currently in 3rd, Hugh Jass has displayed promising speed during the qualifying session. The real test lies in whether they can convert this performance into a higher grid position. It's an impressive showing by Lars, currently in 10th. They've showcased their talent, but will they be able to find those crucial extra tenths of a second to climb higher?
Great analysis, Rob. Lars has shown excellent pace to secure 10th. Now, the focus shifts to whether they can use their track position to their advantage in the race.
Lars has some work to do as that 101.449 is only good enough for 10th. Incredible drive by Wayne Pearson so far, earning them 5th on the grid. However, the competition is fierce. Will they be able to find that extra edge to move up? Armin Suneuler has secured a respectable 4th in the qualifying session. Can they capitalize on this position and use it as a launching pad for a stronger race performance?
You hit the nail on the head, Rob. Armin Suneuler's current position of 4th is a testament to their skill and determination. Now, they must stay sharp to make the most of this opportunity.
A solid performance from Lars as they currently hold position 10. However, with the session coming to a close, they'll need to find that extra bit of speed if they want to move up the grid. Lars has some work to do as that 101.213 is only good enough for 10th.
That's not a bad time, but I am sure they can improve further on that.
It hasn't been the best qualifying session for maybe today's Satan so far. They find themselves in 13th position, which is not where they had hoped to be. However, there's still time left on the clock, and they have the opportunity to make improvements. Maybe today Satan has some work to do as that 101.787 is only good enough for 11th. What a performance from Richard Rossier. They currently occupy 8th on the grid. Can they maintain this strong position? Richard Rossier will be happy having put themselves into 5th in this qualifying session. And there goes Armin Suneuler, currently in position 4. They've shown great skill and consistency so far, but with a few minutes left, there's still time to improve their result. A challenging session for Hippie so far. They're currently in 14th position, which is not where they wanted to be. But in motorsport, we've seen remarkable comebacks, and they'll be hoping to turn their fortunes around and secure a better result. Hippie has completed their outlap. There are just over 5 minutes left in this qualification session. Eddie G has some work to do as that 102.003 is only good enough for 8th.
There's still more time to be had, but I don't know if they are going to find it before the session is over.
There are just over 5 minutes left in this qualification session. Hippie has completed their first flying lap in 101.446. It's been a challenging day for Chris Ilduke in qualifying. They currently sit in 13th position, which is not reflective of their true potential. With the session nearing its end, they'll need to push hard and extract every ounce of performance to improve their result.
I completely agree, Rob. Chris Ilduke is in a difficult position, but they have the opportunity to analyze their performance so far and make the necessary adjustments. It's all about regrouping and giving their best shot in the remaining time. A strong showing from Richard Rossier as they currently sit in 5th. With the session drawing to a close,
they'll need to dig deep and find that extra burst of speed to improve. Richard Rossier will be happy having put themselves into third in this qualifying session. Not the ideal start for Chris Ilduke in this qualifying session. Currently in 13th position, they'll be eager to put together a strong final lap to improve their standing. The pressure is on, and they'll need to deliver their best performance.
Well said, Rob. It's certainly not the result Chris Ilduke was aiming for, but this is motorsport, and anything can happen. They'll need to stay focused, trust in their abilities, and seize any chance that comes their way to improve their position.
A tough outing for Hippie in qualifying today. They currently sit in 11th position, which is far from ideal. However, there's a chance for them to regroup, analyze their data, and make some adjustments to their setup to improve their result.
Spot on analysis, Rob. It's been a difficult qualifying session for Hippie, but they shouldn't lose hope just yet. They have the talent and determination to make a comeback, and it'll be exciting to see how they respond to this adversity.
Hippie has some work to do, as that 101.217 is only good enough for 11th.
That's not a bad time, but I am sure they can improve further on that.
A tough qualifying session for Chris Ilduke. They're currently mired in 13th position, which is a setback for their ambitions. However, they have the resilience and determination to learn from their mistakes and fight back in the race.
You're absolutely right, Rob. Chris Ilduke is currently facing a challenging situation, but they have the skills and experience to tackle it head-on. They'll need to stay focused, trust in their abilities, and push themselves to the limit to turn things around.
Chris Ilduke has some work to do, as that 101.712 is only good enough for 12th.
There's still more time to be had, but I don't know if they are going to find it before the session is over.
It's been a struggle for Hippie in qualifying. As of now, Hippie has some work to do, as that 1:798 is only good enough for 6th.
That's not a bad time, but I am sure they can improve further on that.
Impressive work from Armin Sunoiler, who has claimed 5th on the grid. Now, the focus is on maintaining their composure and pushing for an even better starting position.
Couldn't agree more, Rob. Armin Sunoiler has positioned themselves impressively in 5th. Now, they need to build on this foundation and strive for an even better race result.
Disappointing performance from Lars in this qualifying session. Currently in 11th position, they'll need to dig deep and find some extra speed to climb up the leaderboard and secure a better starting position for the race. Impressive display by Hugh Jast, currently sitting in position 4. They've set a competitive time, but the question remains whether they can push even harder to secure a better starting position. Armin Sunoiler has put in a great effort and currently holds 5th. With the session winding down, can they unleash their full potential and improve their starting position? Incredible drive by Richard Rossier so far, earning him 4th on the grid. However, the competition is fierce. Will they be able to find that extra edge to move up? Superman has positioned themselves well in 2nd during qualifying. The challenge now is to assess their competitors and strategize how to move up the order for a better race start. It hasn't been the best Lars has some work to do, as that 102.080 is only good enough for 11th. Currently in second, Superman has displayed promising speed during the qualifying session. The real test lies in whether they can convert this performance into a higher grid position.
Absolutely, Rob. Superman has put in a remarkable effort to secure second. The competition is fierce, and they'll need to stay focused to defend their position.
What a performance from Hugh Jass. They currently occupy third on the grid. Can they maintain this strong position and secure a favourable starting spot? Hugh Jass has secured a respectable third in the qualifying session. Can they capitalise on this position and use it as a launching pad for a stronger race performance? Our race venue today brings us to the Far East. Japan hosts some truly amazing circuits, and I know that our drivers always relish the opportunity to visit Tsukuba circuit in particular. I can see they're ready, so let's get this race underway. Starting from pole position is the perfect place for Malta Shaft to launch an attack. Starting in pole position gives Malta Shaft a clear advantage over the rest of the field.
But they can't get cocky. This is AssettoCorsaFriends, and anything can happen.
The second place on the grid belongs to Superman, a driver with plenty of experience. It's Hugh Jass, sitting comfortably in third. Richard Rossier is fourth. Our fifth place starter for today's race is none other than Armin Suneuler.
I'm sure Armin Suneuler will be expecting to bring home solid points from here.
Lining up in sixth is Hippie. Wayne Pearson is placed in seventh.
We've not seen the best from Wayne Pearson yet.
Sitting in eighth is Puppy Dog from Hell. As the engines roar to life, Eddie G prepares to take off from the ninth position on the start. Well, would y'all look at that? The lights have blinked off and our racers are on a gallivant. Fair dinkum, this is a test of intellect as much as skill.
It's pedal to the metal, but with finesse. It's a wild dance out there. And these drivers better be light on their feet or they'll find themselves out of step.
I can't wait to see how this race will play out.
You know, sometimes the best strategy is to hold your cards close to your chest. Eddie's sitting right there at 9, just watching the field unfold.
Establishing an early advantage will be crucial to the outcome of this race.
What a beautiful day for racing here at Tsukuba Circuit. This is going to be good to watch.
This is going to be one hell of a race. I can already feel it.
The first lap can always be a bit of a bun fight as everyone tries to establish themselves. It's easy for inexperienced racers to blow it in T1.
The crowd is on their feet, roaring with excitement. It's an all-out war between these three drivers. Who will emerge victorious? Your guess is as good as mine. Fantastic move from Chris Iljuk, who has just gained a position. Look at the way the drivers are hugging those corners. It's like they're on rails.
Speaking of rails, did you know that the first racetrack was built on a railway in 1896? I bet those drivers were chugging along.
Haha, I bet they were. But things have come a long way since then, haven't they?
Definitely. It's amazing to think about the technology that goes into these cars now. I mean, they have more computing power than some countries.
Oi, Armin Sanola, might want to chuck AUEY. With Superman that close, you'd think you owed them money. And between us, I know a bit about that. Tsukuba Circuit is a particular favorite among the drivers, and it's easy to see why. Oi, lights are gone. Flat out like a lizard drinking, mate.
Maintaining composure is essential in this high-stakes environment. The ability to react and adapt will be the key to success.
Well, maybe today's Satan's spinning like my life in 2020. Someone get him a map? Or a therapist? If I had $1 for every time Puppy Dog from Hell closed a gap like this, I'd have enough for a pint at the local. Get ready, Lars, the thunder from down under is coming.
The gap between them is now just over 0.8 seconds. Who will come out on top?
The intensity is off the charts as Hippie hounds Puppy Dog from Hell, both drivers pushing themselves to the... Hold on a second, I don't think that's the fastest way around Tsukuba Circuit. I think Hippie is going to try and outbrake Mazda MX-5 touring car as they come into turn 1. This could gain them the place, but it may all end badly.
Puppy Dog from Hell needs to get the lead out, Rob, otherwise their backside is gonna look like the Japanese flag come the morning.
Whoa, Eddie G took that corner like my Uncle Baz after a six-pack, all over the shop. Hollywood couldn't script this better. Hippie's shadowing Puppy Dog from Hell, waiting for the slightest misstep.
They say pressure makes diamonds. Well, Hippie's shining bright, closing in with every heartbeat.
Looks like Hippie remembered to twist that anti-roll bar, giving incident alert. Crikey, Superman thought they were on a boomerang's flight path. Only problem? Didn't come back. By the looks of it, Hippie in 8th is keen to throw another shrimp on the Barbie and crank up the heat on Puppy Dog from Hell. Hold on to your stubbies. In the grand chessboard of racing, Hippie appeared. Hold on a second, that won't be ideal for Wayne Pearson.
Well, shoot, Wayne Pearson's channeling me trying to park in the city. A complete disaster, but always a show.
Hippie wants to find a way round Puppy Dog from Hell. With a move that's swift, I'd say Hippie's running on high octane, and maybe a bit of Aussie spirit.
That's what we like to see. Hippie is really showing their class today.
Talk about intense. Maybe today Satan is on Wayne Pearson's bumper. We're in for a treat as they approach backstretch.
Should things go awry, maybe today Satan and Wayne Pearson might find themselves giving a whole new meaning to the term tandem drifting, though I doubt they'd enjoy it as much as the spectators.
Mate, Puppy Dog from Hell's right up Hippie's chuff. As they zip through turn 1, we're all expecting some fireworks.
The slightest mistake from either driver could lead to a meeting with the barriers, and nobody wants an impromptu autograph session with the wall.
Hold on to your hats. Maybe today Satan is gunning for Wayne Pearson. Reckon we might see some cheeky moves on the next bend?
That's right, Rob. The pressure is palpable. The fans are on the edge of their seats, waiting to see who will come out on top in this epic showdown.
Oh, this is getting intense. Puppy Dog from Hell is just a few car lengths behind Hippie.
It's all about finding the perfect opportunity. Puppy Dog from Hell needs to stay patient and wait for Hippie to make a mistake.
Breaking development. Bloody hell. Jack M team just took a quick detour to the outback. Maybe they saw a kangaroo on the track or something. The fans are on the edge of their seats. It doesn't get any closer than this. Looks like maybe today Satan's letting others have their 15 seconds of fame. Now strolling at 12th. I swear, maybe today Satan's on the prowl, making that leap to 11th look as easy as a Sunday Arvo barbecue.
Yes, maybe today Satan is driving with real focus and precision, and it's paying off.
Braking alert, looks like Mr. Bang's playing in the dirt. Took me back to when I tried rallying in my mum's old sedan. Good times, expensive repairs. This race has turned into a game of cat and mouse. Puppy Dog from Hell is the predator, with Hippie firmly in their sights.
Sweet tea and biscuits. Puppy Dog from Hell's got the pedal to the metal, chasing down Hippie like it's the last slice of pie at a family reunion.
This is where legends are made. Which driver will rise to the occasion and claim victory? A twist in our tale. Maybe today Satan's slipping more than a bar of soap in a bath, now at 12th. Someone's revved up after lunch. Maybe today Satan's blitzed ahead, claiming 11th. The tension is thick enough to cut with a knife. Richard Rossi is inching ever closer to Puppy Dog from Hell. Bloody hell. Richard Rossi is tearing up the tarmac and just snatched 8th. Makes you want to crack a cold one in celebration. Tactics are clearly going to play an important part in this race.
They are going to need to look after their tires and will want to keep something in them for the crucial latter stages, as their tires wear and fuel levels deplete and the handling changes.
And don't forget the track grip increases as more rubber gets laid down.
Indeed, the conditions are constantly changing and the drivers need to adapt, otherwise it can cost crucial time and jeopardize their position.
It's a close race between Wayne Pearson and maybe today Satan in 10th. Well, crikey, Hippie's taken a detour just like I did when I tried to change my car's oil. Ended up with a flooded garage.
Dang, Hippie was riding high, but that slip up? That's like tripping over your own shoelaces at the county fair.
Like a scene from a thriller, Wayne Pearson's on maybe today Satan's tail, hungry for that spot.
With a gap tighter than a new pair of jeans, Wayne Pearson's pushing that Mazda Eunos Roadster Touring Car to its limits. He's got that racer's instinct, looking for that sweet spot to pounce on maybe today Satan.
Wayne Pearson's giving it a red-hot go, but can't seem to muster the pace to keep up with maybe today's Satan. It's like chasing a roux on a motorbike. Richard Rossier is giving it their all as they chase down Hippie in P6. Hang on, has Richard Rossier just played their wild card? They're lounging at 8th now.
Yes, but there's still plenty of race left. Richard Rossier needs to stay calm and focused, and make their move when the time is right.
A great moment for Richard Rossier. Wait, oh, Chris Ilduke went off track? I know the feeling, just like my diet every weekend. Oi, Richard Rossier's giving it a red-hot go in 7th. Just a few kangaroo hops behind Hippie. Might see a cheeky move soon. Well, don't come the raw prawn. Richard Rossier's giving it some stick, pulling Hippie into a mere 0.5 seconds.
Just what Richard Rossier needed, like sweet tea on a hot day. Can't let Hippie out of sight for too long.
Would y'all look at that gap? Eddie's got a better chance of finding a sober Aussie on Australia Day. But hey, we love an underdog. Go get them, Tiger. It's a dynamic landscape out there. Eddie's shift to 13th is testament to that. An impressive showing from Eddie G, who has gained positions and left Wayne Pearson in the dust.
I've always said, it's not the car, it's the driver. And Eddie's proving that point right.
You Americans have your drive-thrus. Here, Richard Rossier is trying to make this a drive past on Hippie.
Well, let's see if they can supersize that pass, or if they'll just get a side of disappointment. On this asphalt battlefield, Richard Rossier's determination is the weapon, and Hippie is the target.
I reckon they've had a few secret lessons down under. Richard Rossier's just breezed into 2nd.
You can't argue with results like that. Richard Rossier is really making their mark on this race.
Every race has its highs and lows. Today, Richard Rossier acquaints themselves with a new perspective at 7th. With every twist and turn, Richard Rossier is shadowing Hippie, waiting to pounce like a lion on the hunt.
Sometimes you have to take risks to win, but pushing the car too hard can be a costly mistake. Richard Rossier needs to be careful not to overdo it.
Struth, Richard Rossier is not here to muck about. The gap to Hippie is dropping faster than a hot pie at the footy, now at 0.5 seconds.
He'll be looking for a mistake to pounce on.
Hold on to your stubbies. Lars is closing in on Puppy Dog from Hell like a bachelor at the end of a Bucks night. Hope Puppy Dog from Hell either brought some lube or protection. Mate, are they packing something extra down under? Lars has just rocketed into 1st.
Shoot, Lars has got more moves than a dance floor on a Saturday night.
Hold on a second. Oh mate, Puppy Dog from Hell's impersonating a lost tourist. Did someone forget to tell them it's a race, not a bushwalk? Fair dinkum, I reckon Richard Rossier's got that thirsty look in his eyes. Wants to share a cold one with Hippie in the front. It's neck and neck. The closest battle we've seen in a while.
Honestly, Rob, with this chase, I'm half expecting to see some sneaky dive bombs in the next few laps. Popcorn ready?
Puppy Dog from Hell is not able to keep their pace consistent. So far they're 2.52 seconds down. Hey, Hal, breaking news folks. Crikey. Puppy Dog from Hell's moving up faster than a cold one disappears on a hot day. They've clinched 2nd. This isn't just racing, it's a duel. Watch as Puppy Dog from Hell zeroes in on Lars, blade sharpened and ready.
The gap is 0.7 seconds now. Puppy Dog from Hell is going to have to work a bit harder to close that gap with Lars.
It seems like Puppy Dog from Hell is struggling. Their last lap time wasn't as good as Lars's.
Shucks, Puppy Dog from Hell's struggling like a catfish out of water. Meanwhile, Lars is just sailing on by.
It's an intense battle for... Hold on a second. Looks like Armin Sunoiler tried the old "dingo stole my race line" trick. A tad too clever by half. The battle for 6 is heating up as Richard Rossier tries to catch Hippie in P6. Tough break for Richard Rossier, who has just lost a position.
Well, butter my biscuit. A bit of a hiccup for Richard Rossier.
Sorry to cut in here. Looks like Lars forgot they weren't at Bondi Beach, taking a dive like that. Blimey, Richard Rossier's determination reminds me of a kangaroo in a hopping contest.
Well, over here in the States, it's more like a squirrel chasing down its last nut before winter. Either way, it's entertaining to watch. Can Richard Rossier close the 0.5 second gap and make a pass?
The gap between Richard Rossier and Hippie is getting smaller.
I reckon Richard Rossier's dialed in their camber settings. They're getting a much better contact patch on the tires, gaining on Hippie with every twist and turn.
Well, it looks like we have a bit of a traffic jam on the track.
It's like rush hour out there. I mean, I know we're in a race, but can't we all just get along?
Haha, I don't think that's how it works. These drivers are here to win, and they'll do whatever it takes to get ahead.
I guess you're right, but wouldn't it be great if they all just stopped for a cup of tea and a chat? We could have a lovely little race reunion.
Hold on to your seats. Richard Rossier is turning the heat up on Hippie, closing in for the kill. Richard Rossier has been working the tyre temps, and it's paying off. Grip's better than a kangaroo on a trampoline. Watch out, Hippie. Blimey, Eddie's more eager to catch maybe today's Satan than a bloke at the bar at last call. Hope he's got the stamina for this chase.
This is where every inch counts. Eddie G is pushing hard to close the gap on maybe today's Satan. Absolutely, precision and control are key here. Knowing when to push and when to hold back can be the difference between winning and losing.
Hippie wants to get into Richard Rossier slipstream.
Can they make it past without taking the paint off?
Disappointing for Hippie, they now find themselves in 8th.
Now ain't that something? Hippie's got a bit of a wrinkle in their plan, but they'll iron it out, mark my words.
Blimey, Hippie's shifted gears and the results are clear. Cruising up to 7th just like that.
Impressive. Hippie is really showing their skill and determination out there.
You reckon Jack M team saw a spider in the cockpit? Cause they're running away from the front like it's Huntsman Central. It looks like Jack M team is making a move. The gap to Armin Sunoiler is now down to 0.9 seconds.
Exactly what Jack M team needed. They can't afford to lose any more ground to Armin Sunoiler.
Richard Rossier is running 7th. They are trying to catch Hippie.
As we say in North Carolina, if the porch light's on, someone's home. And Richard Rossier is making it known. He's right there, waiting to make his move on Hippie.
Malta Scharf is on fire in the last sector.
They're not leaving.
The leader has done it. What an incredible performance from Malta Scharf, who was simply untouchable today. This is a race that will go down in the history books.
That was a true masterclass in driving from Malta Scharf. You could see them making split-second decisions with total confidence, and it really paid off. What a performance.
What a fantastic race from Superman, who brings it home in 2nd place.
Brilliant. Superman showed great skill and determination to take 2nd place.
Excellent focus from Hugh Jass to secure a fantastic 3rd place on the podium.
Impressive driving to secure that spot.
Followed by Armin Sunoiler, Jack M team, Hippie, and Richard Rossier in 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. In 8th and 13th, it's Lars and Chris Ilduke. Taking 9th is Puppy Dog from Hell. Maybe today Satan claimed 10th. 11th and 12th is Eddie G and Wayne Pearson. Our race venue today brings us to the Far East. Japan hosts some truly amazing circuits, and I know that our drivers always relish the opportunity to visit Tsukuba circuit in particular. I can see they're ready, so let's get this race underway. Maybe today Satan will lead the way from pole position.
But they will have to be smart about their moves. They must not burn out too early.
Our second place starter, Puppy Dog from Hell, is poised to make a move towards the front.
What can they do with that Mazda MX-5 touring car from here?
Starting just behind the front runners in third place is the determined driver, Lars. Richard Rossier will look to make a splash from the fourth position on the starting grid.
Another good start for the Swiss driver.
In the fifth position, we have Jack M Team ready to tackle the race ahead.
Big things expected for Jack M Team today.
Our sixth place starter, Armin Sunoiler, is a driver who knows how to make up ground on the track.
But if they can find their rhythm early on, they could be a real threat.
The seventh starting position belongs to Hugh Jass, who will be looking to make up ground early on. From the middle of the pack, we have Superman in 8th place on the starting grid.
But don't count them out yet. They've got the skills to pay the bills.
Malte Scharf is going to be starting from 9th.
But sometimes the underdog can surprise you. Let's see what they've got in the tank.
Eddie G is placed in 10th. Starting from 11th on the grid is a bit of a mixed bag for Wayne Pearson.
Are the Hards tires the way to go?
Chris Ilduke will need to be on top of their game starting from 12th on the grid. We've got a greenie, and away we go. This first bit's gonna test their nous and ability to keep their eyes on the prize.
Staying out of the fray in these opening moments? That's half the battle. Push too hard too soon and you're just asking for trouble.
So maybe today Satan's decided to play it cool, eh? Holding onto one like a croc with a juicy steak. Just sizing up the competition, I reckon.
Like gladiators they enter rob, but instead of lions and swords our champions fight in an arena of tarmac, and with fire-breathing machines of cutting-edge materials, designed to explore the very limits of physics itself in what can sometimes be very much a fight to the death.
Now, isn't that a sight? Armin Sunoiler hanging tight at 6. Maybe they're waiting for everyone else to make their move. Smart as a whip, that one.
What a beautiful day for racing here at Tsukuba Circuit. This is going to be good to watch.
The gap between Jack M Team and Puppy Dog from Hell is widening. It's now up to 0.4 seconds. A tough moment for Jack M Team, who has just lost a place, dumping them down to 4th.
It's a nuanced game, isn't it? Jack M Team's position change might very well be a part of a broader strategy.
The tension is palpable. Who will come out on top in this epic showdown?
That's right. Hugh Jass is determined to pass Jack M Team and secure a higher position.
Quiet, steady, reliable. That's Hugh Jass's game today. No drama, just some good old-fashioned racing. Alright, I've got to ask, ever tried Vegemite?
Tried it once. Reminded me of NASCAR rubber mixed with axle grease. But hey, to each their own.
We got a close battle as Jack M Team closes in on Puppy Dog from Hell. Big gains for Jack M Team as they move up the field, leaving Puppy Dog from Hell behind.
Someone better check if Jack M Team's been drinking those energy drinks, as it seems like they got wings.
Hold that thought. Hold the phone. Blimey. Maybe today Satan must have spotted a pub off the track. That's the only reason any self-respecting Aussie would swerve that way.
Whoa Nelly, looks like maybe today Satan's been watching too much NASCAR, trying to drift on an F1 circuit.
Buckle up. Jack M Team is all over Puppy Dog from Hell like a cheap suit. Are we about to see some wheel-to-wheel action? Well, that's an unexpected descent. Jack M Team finds themselves repositioned at 4th.
Life on the track is a tapestry of decisions. Looks like Jack M team is weaving a complex narrative today, dropping a notch.
Superb driving from Jack M team, who with that overtake has gained a position in the race. Things are getting spicy as Armin Sunoiler is breathing down Lars's neck. The gap? Mate, you couldn't slide a credit card between them.
If things go wrong between Armin Sunoiler and Lars, they could be exchanging more than just paint, like maybe a strongly worded post-race chat.
It's like David versus Goliath out there. Armin Sunoiler just slung a stone and gained ground, while Lars is left searching for footing.
Definitely, but there's...
Hold up, Amo. Maybe Eddie's got a drop bear in the cockpit, cause that move was bonkers. No room for error here. Superman is breathing down the neck of Eddie G, waiting for the perfect chance to make their move. Superman just blitzed past Eddie G like they were standing still. Struth. Superman's taken a bit of a tumble down the order to 9th. Must have missed the memo. This is where the skill and precision of the drivers really comes into play. Jack M team is chasing Puppy Dog from Hell in P1. Now that's how it's done. Jack M team rips through the track, while Puppy Dog from Hell watches the tail lights fade. Heartbreak for Jack M team as they slipped out. Hold on a second, Malta shafts off the track. Reminds me of my first car, a real lemon. Drove straight but only in reverse.
Lord have mercy. Malta Sharf must have seen a ghost or thought they spotted Bigfoot. That was one wild turn.
Oi, Superman is on Eddie G like a drop bear on an unsuspecting tourist.
Drop bear? Had to Google that one. But yeah, here it's like a linebacker on a quarterback sack.
Great driving from braking development. Oi.
Is it just me or?
Nah, mate, Chris Ilduke really just took the scenic route through the outback of Tsukuba circuit. Crikey. There's a storm brewing, and it's got Armin Sunoiler's name on it. Puppy Dog from Hell, batten down the hatches, it's coming for you.
The gap's closing, the clock's ticking, and the finish line awaits its champion.
Stone the crows. Armin Sunoiler's on fire, surging ahead like there's a free round at the pub waiting. Hello, first. Stone the crows. Armin Sunoiler's pulled a sneaky, landing at second. Always a surprise with them. With steely determination and laser focus, Armin Sunoiler is homing in on Puppy Dog from Hell. The battle lines are drawn.
Y'all ever been to a Carolina hoedown? Cause Armin Sunoiler's dancing with that car, looking to waltz right past Puppy Dog from Hell.
It seems like Malta Sharf is struggling. They are not able to maintain their pace. With a move that's swift, I'd say Malta Sharf's running on high octane. And maybe a bit of Aussie spirit.
Man, if racing was a barbecue, Malta...
Hold on a second. Puppy Dog from Hell's duffed it up. They're gonna need more than a coldie to forget that one. Tell ya what, Superman's got more guts than a croc in a boxing ring. Closing the gap and breathing down the neck of maybe today Satan. Hope maybe today Satan brought the aero guard, cause is about to get bitten.
There's a razor-thin line between glory and disaster, and both drivers are dancing right on it.
G'day viewers. If you're just tuning in, you've picked a ripper of a moment. Armin Sunoiler is in second and they're tailgating the leader. This is edge of your seat stuff.
You bet, Rob. It's like the leader's got a drop bear in the rear-view mirror, lurking, waiting for that perfect moment to drop. Armin Sunoiler is surely smelling opportunity here. A brilliant maneuver from Malta Sharf, who has just moved up the field. Well, slap my knee and call it a jamboree. Malta Sharf's putting on a masterclass, storming into second. A strategic misstep perhaps? Malta Sharf's place has shifted to third. The plot thickens. We've seen Malta Sharf in such situations before. A temporary descent, but always with an eye on the bigger picture. Blimey, Wayne Pearson's gunning it in 10th. Just a whisker behind maybe today Satan. Hope he's got his budgie smugglers on, cause things are about to get wet and wild.
You ever see a croc stalking its prey? That's the energy Armin Sunoiler's bringing right now. Ready to strike when the moment's right.
Kinda reminds me of a linebacker waiting for that perfect moment to make a game-changing tackle. The anticipation is intense, and Armin Sunoiler's not letting up.
Well, I'd raise a toast to that move. Cheers to Malte Scharf for nabbing second.
It's like Malte Scharf had an extra shot of espresso or something, jetting up to second. Did we just witness a gambit?
It seems Malte Scharf is recalibrating, now at third.
Racing's like good old southern barbecue, slow and steady. Maybe Malte Scharf is just marinating a bit before the big sizzle.
Look at that, Wayne Pearson is hot on the tail of maybe today's Satan.
It's a pressure cooker out there.
Incident alert, Struth. Wayne Pearson's having a real dog's breakfast of a moment. You can feel the rumble from here. Armin Sunoiler's in the thick of it, and they're not letting go. It's a battle of wills, and only the strongest will come out on top.
Yeah, it's like the final lap of the Daytona 500. Pedal to the metal, eyes on the prize, and no room for error. This is what racing's all about.
Bloody hell. Armin Sunoiler's tearing up the tarmac and just snatched first. Makes you want to crack a cold one in celebration. In the grand chessboard of racing, Armin Sunoiler appears to have just been checked. Now stationed at second. This is a thrilling battle as Richard Rossio edges closer to Puppy Dog from Hell in their fight for P4. Someone's revved up after lunch. Richard Rossier's blitzed ahead, claiming third.
I tell ya, Richard Rossier's hotter than a peppered pickle right now. Bold and spicy, claiming third like a champ.
This is where the race gets really interesting. Malte Scharf is closing in on Armin Sunoiler. I swear, Malte Scharf's on the prowl, making that leap to first look as easy as a Sunday Arvo barbecue. Incident alert, talk about going walkabout on the track. Armin Sunoiler's off on a little bush adventure at Tsukuba circuit, aren't they? Well, butter my bread and call it a sandwich. Superman's not letting Lars have all the fairy bread at this party. Watch out, Lars, he's coming for your Tim Tams, mate.
Woo-wee, there's more tension between Superman and Lars than there is at a shotgun wedding. Pass the popcorn and let's see where this love story goes.
Now isn't this a show? Lars has gotten the bit between their teeth, and they're reeling in Superman. Look at them weave and bob through Dunlop Corner, folks.
At this rate, Lars and Superman are so close, they could share a cup of tea and a biscuit.
It's a brilliant day for racing, and the drivers are putting on a show.
Absolutely. What a great race we are witnessing today. These drivers are giving it their all, and it's a thrill to watch them compete at this level.
Hold that thought. Hold the phone. Whoa. Lars is on fire, leaving skid marks and Superman's hopes behind. The gap between Lars in 6th and Superman remains over a second, but Lars is not letting up. They're pushing hard and looking for any opportunity to close the gap up. Can they pull it back in the remaining 8 minutes? Here's the thing about racing, sometimes it's not just about speed. It's about pressure, mind games, and this, right here, is a masterclass from Malte Scharf. Sticking so close to the leader, making him constantly aware of the imminent threat.
Spot on. It's like a shark circling its prey. The leader knows it, we know it, and by the looks of it, Malte Scharf is ready for the kill.
Ripper of a move. Malte Scharf's not just in the race, they're owning it. G'day, first. Looks like Malte Scharf's letting others have their 15 seconds of fame. Now strolling at second. Look at Malte Scharf trying to close that gap on Armin Sunoiler. Kind of like me trying to get close to a decent Barbie back home.
Barbie? Oh, you mean a barbecue. Yeah, but over here it's like trying to catch the last slice of pizza at a Super Bowl party. This is more than a race. It's a battle of wills, of nerve, of sheer determination.
Even though Puppy Dog from Hell is a fair way behind Richard Rossier, they can't afford to let their guard down. Richard Rossier is still vulnerable to mistakes.
Well, in the rearview mirror of life, Puppy Dog from Hell might look closer than they appear. But on this track, they've got some miles to cover to catch Richard Rossier.
Malta Schaaf is locked in, mate. It's like watching a kangaroo chasing down that last bit of green in the outback. Every move is calculated, every turn precise.
You said it, Rob. Over here, it'd be like a quarterback eyeing that end zone in the final seconds. Malta Schaaf is hungry for that top spot, and you can feel it.
A setback for Malta Schaaf, who has just been passed. Fantastic move from Malta Schaaf, who has just gained a position.
Dang, if Malta Schaaf keeps this up, we'll need to douse the track. Smokin' hot move to second.
Look at that gap. It's smaller than the difference between Vegemite and Marmite at this point. Malta Schaaf in second is giving the leader no room to breathe.
Mate, it's so close. I reckon Malta Schaaf can tell what brand of deodorant the leader's wearing. The next few laps are going to be pure, unadulterated racing magic.
Every race has its highs and lows. Today, Malta Schaaf acquaints themselves with a new perspective at third. Blimey, Malta Schaaf is dragging a bit, huh? If they were any slower, they'd be going backwards. Armin Sunoiler's having a field day out there.
Well, tickle me pink. Malta Schaaf's lap time ain't exactly lighting up the track. Armin Sunoiler's making them eat dust like it's apple pie.
The crowd is on tender hooks as Puppy Dog from Hell in fifth chases after Superman. The gap is just over a second, and you can feel the tension in the air. Can Puppy Dog from Hell find a way to catch up?
I agree, Puppy Dog from Hell is putting in the effort. Sort of like me at karaoke night. Not sure about the results, but full points for enthusiasm.
It's a dynamic landscape out there. Puppy Dog from Hell's shift to sixth is testament to that. Every move counts now as Malta Schaaf works to reel in Armin Sunoiler and overtake for P1. Disappointing for Malta Schaaf, they now find themselves in third. Crikey, Malta Schaaf's moving up faster than a cold one disappears on a hot day. They've clinched second.
Well, butter my biscuit. Malta Schaaf's burning rubber and climbing up to second.
The pressure is on for Superman as they try to catch up to Richard Rossier.
In the theater of speed, this is the climax. Every move is a headline, every overtake a potential plot twist.
Every gear shift, every pedal push, Malta Schaaf's got one goal in mind, capturing Armin Sunoiler's spot.
In this high-speed game of chess, it's all about strategy. Who'll make the next move?
Tough break for Malta Schaaf, who has just lost a position.
Well, change is the only constant. And in this dance, Malta Schaaf is certainly keeping us on our toes with that position shift.
Mate, are they packing something extra down under? Malta Schaaf's just rocketed into second. Phew, talk about foreplay. Superman and Richard Rossier are really teasing us here. I haven't seen this much anticipation since my first date.
This isn't just racing, it's art in motion. And Superman is painting a masterpiece in pursuit.
It's as intense as a Barbie in Midsummer out there for Malta Schaaf. They've got their eyes on the prize and won't settle for second.
Exactly, Rob. It's like aiming for that home run in the bottom of the ninth. Swing for the fences and don't look back.
It's looking good for Malta Schaaf, who has gained places and put some distance between themselves and Armin Sunoiler.
This race is heating up faster than a Barbie in summer. Malta Schaaf's got that winning glint.
Well, blow me down. Malta Schaaf's lap time just gave Armin Sunoiler a cheeky slap on the rear. Bet that left a mark.
The question is now, can Armin Sunoiler respond to that in kind? They are going to have to pick up the pace.
This is like the state of origin for Armin Sunoiler, going full tilt, gunning for the top, and not holding back.
And on my end, it's the Super Bowl vibes all over. Inches away from glory, and every move counts. Hold on to your hats, folks. This is racing at its finest.
It's not going to plan for Armin Sunoiler. They are still behind Malta Scharf and the gap is increasing. I don't think they have an answer for this right now. It's the classic cat and mouse game, but instead of cheese, the prize is a racing position. Can Superman steal it from Richard Rossier?
Nail-biting indeed. I've already chewed through half of mine. And while Superman is going for gold, I'll be going for a manicure.
Struth. Superman's taken a bit of a tumble down the order to 5th. Must have missed the memo.
Sucks to be them, Rob.
Superb driving from Superman, who with that overtake has gained a position in the race. Malta Scharf is placed first at the moment. They are hoping to keep their distance ahead of Armin Sunoiler, who is 1.7 seconds behind.
Reckon Armin Sunoiler's starting to feel a bit like they're out in the outback. They can see the horizon, but it's a long way off. Good on ya, Malta Scharf, for keeping that distance.
Impressive stuff from Malta Scharf, who has managed to pull away from Armin Sunoiler, leaving them choking in their exhaust fumes.
It's really looking like Malta Scharf is going to be tough to pass today. They're driving with real confidence and authority.
Stone the Crows. Superman's in 4th, but if I know them, Richard Rossier's gonna cop an Aussie-style sneak attack real soon. Gee whiz, Superman's getting some solid torque out of those corners. They must have figured out the perfect throttle control while trail braking.
Now this is what I call some high-octane excitement. Both drivers pedal down, looking to grab the brass ring.
As we come into the final moments of this epic race, Malta Scharf is in the lead. Can they stay calm and bring home the bacon?
That's an impressive burst of speed. It's all but said and done now.
It's all over. Malta Scharf has claimed victory in this race with a stunning drive that will be remembered for years to come. Clearly at the top of their game right now. What a drive from Armin Sunoiler, securing a great second place finish. That was an outstanding performance from Richard Rossier. They'd fought hard and took the final spot on the podium.
Fantastic result.
With Superman, Lars, Puppy Dog from Hell, and Eddie G in 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. Finishing 8th is maybe today's Satan. 9th sees Wayne Pearson.